Hi, my name is Ken Adair. I'm a people's lawyer and I'm a retired judge. And I'm here to talk to you about civil voir dire, a series of voir dire videos. Today in this session, I'm going to talk about the car wreck cases, just the general concept of a car wreck case. Almost everything I voir dire about has something to do with something that I'm worried about. Typically, it's how the jury panel out in society has been conditioned to believe things and have preconceived notions about plaintiffs' lawyers, about injury lawsuits, about lawyer advertising, contingency fees, about the efficacy or importance or the utility of awarding money damages, those kind of things. In almost every lawyer advertisement you see on TV, it's about car wreck cases. And so they always think of the car wreck cases as maybe the tip of the spear of the problem of frivolous lawsuits. And those are my words, those are my thoughts. But I perceive the jury panel as coming from a society that is preconditioned to believe that this is the problem when it comes to frivolous lawsuits. And rightfully so. I mean, the perception is, the paradigm that we live in when you watch TV, if you've ever had to stay home with a sick kid and you see the advertisements that come on during the day, and you imagine these people sitting at home, they're not thinking about filing a lawsuit. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. But all of a sudden they watch some lawyer advertisement and they're like, oh, I may have a lawsuit. There may be a check in it for me. Now, whether this is true or not, or to the extent that it's rare or not rare, it creates the impression in your jury panel that that's what's going on, is people are calling lawyers who otherwise wouldn't have called a lawyer unless they saw some stupid ad on TV. Now, I'm not calling them stupid. I'm just saying that's their perception. Some of them are stupid in my opinion, but I'm not getting into that. So I tell the jury, so this is a car wreck case. Now, I've made eye contact. I've made eye contact with all of them, identified the ones that I think aren't going to connect with me as well as some of the others. And you just look for that look on their face, like they've got maybe some cat mess up here and they can't figure out where the smell's coming from. That's maybe a bad metaphor, but you look for that look, and let's talk about that. Does anybody here have any opinions just about car wreck cases in general? And you'll get them talking, but don't be afraid to talk about that, because you're there with a car wreck case, and you can pretend all day long that paradigm I just talked about doesn't exist. You can pretend that society doesn't believe that this is the tip of the spear of the problem of too many frivolous lawsuits. But the truth is, that's where you are. So don't be afraid of it. Get that out of the way and talk to the jurors about the fact that this is a car wreck case. And you got to talk about that right away, because that's where some of your latent bias is going to manifest itself. You got to pay real close attention. Ask them what they think about a car wreck case, because it evinces an image, a feeling. Maya Angelou says, may not remember what they said or what they did, but they'll remember how you made them feel. And I botched that quote, but that's it. And so you bring up a car wreck and then you ask them, what do you feel about that? And they're going to remember how they feel about all those car wreck commercials and what they think about the concept of a car wreck lawsuit. And some of them are going to roll their eyes as if to say, oh, this is one of those, huh? Right? So you got to keep out for that. Keep looking out for that. Don't be afraid to ask that question. In fact, I encourage you to always ask that question. Get them talking about car wreck cases so you can start identifying some of that latent bias. You might find some patent bias. So I hope this has been helpful. Look forward to talking to you some more. If you want to know more, go to Trial.Win or sign up with the Facebook page or the YouTube channel listed below. Thank you so much. One of the many things I learned as a district judge in 9 years is that virtually every lawyer comes to my courtroom for the same reason. That is, they believe they have a client who deserves justice. I'm retired district judge Ken Adair, and I want to help you become a better trial lawyer for your client. So subscribe to my channel for winning jury trial strategies, or go to Trial.Win to learn more about my first chair, co-counsel, and focus group services.